Lab Talk, episode 21, episode 21. Such a significant number for me. I love that number. It's my favorite number. But enough about that. How are you guys doing? By the time this drops, you guys would have had your holidays, probably looking towards the new year. So I want to say I hope you guys had a great holiday, got a chance to spend some time with your family, got a chance to grub up, got a chance to hug and kiss some people, and hopefully you're feeling good. You're in high spirits. So for this episode, I wanted to do a 2020 recap, but I wanted to do it along the lines of something a little bit more personal, things that have just been kind of touching me directly. I got my phone out because I wrote down some notes. I wanted to make sure that I touched on everything that I wanted to. And then in the comments, I kind of wanted to get your take on it too. So I'm going to do a top 5 best things that have kind of happened to me. And then I want to do a bottom 5 recap of things that have negatively affected me this year. And then in the next Lab Talk, I'm going to do kind of a 2021 intention setting kind of thing. So let's start with the bottom 5 because I like to start with the bad news first and then get to the good shit. So my year started out really bright, and then this kind of changed everything, and that was the death of Kobe Bryant. So to give you guys a little bit of context, I went to the Grammys this year. And I had a bunch of after parties and shit that me and my partner EQ were supposed to go to. And we actually were doing a photo shoot in downtown LA before we started hitting all the pre-Grammy shit. And then boom, my phone started blowing up. And to give you guys a little bit of context as to why this may have affected me as much as it affected, I had a different sort of connection to Kobe Bryant. I kind of felt like we grew up together. When I was in high school playing ball, Kobe Bryant was on top of the world in high school playing ball at Lower Merion. He's one of the first high school basketball players to be on like the cover of Slam magazine. It was really controversial at the time for him to get drafted to the league straight out of high school. And I just felt like through the process of his life, I grew with him. Of course, not really knowing him. I've met him on several occasions, but just not really knowing him, but still drawing a parallel to a lot of things. And so being a guy from LA, being an avid Lakers fan, that definitely hit me right in the heart. And RIP to Kobe Bean Bryant, and my condolences to his family. I'm sure that was a huge loss for them, as I can imagine. It was a huge loss even for people that didn't really know him that well. And then that was followed up by COVID-19. And everything that kind of affected me this year was tied to the pandemic. So some of the things that I kind of went through, first, my dad. I think I mentioned this before on a previous Lab Talk, but I haven't seen my pop since February of this year. So it's been real tough because he's been in a nursing home and, in and out the hospital for little complications and stuff that he's been having. And obviously because of the pandemic, they're not allowing any visitors at all because he is at the most high at-risk demographic that there is. So that really hurts. Got a chance to speak to him over the phone, of course, but it's not the same. The next thing would be my barbershop. We've had to close down 3 times this year. We're on a closure now. This has really affected business. It's affected plans. It's affected a lot of things. So hopefully 2021 is a better year for business, at least for the barbershop business. Fourth on the list, family, friendships, fellowship. Being able to reach out and touch people, just pulling up on people how I usually do, or having people just pull up on me, or having family gatherings for the times of the year where we have family gatherings, Me and my family, we get together for, my daughter's birthdays. We get together for 4th of July. We get together for Thanksgiving. We get together for Christmas. We do these things. And so not seeing any of my family for the entire year, I can say I took for granted maybe in the past that I definitely don't now. And I think the last thing on the list is traveling. I think I expressed this on the channel too. haven't really gotten a chance to get out and go many places. I've been fortunate to go a few places, but not everywhere that I've really wanted to go. So that's been a little difficult. It's been pretty tough. So now let's get to the good shit, right? Let's get to the positive and the uplifting things. Number one, health. I've stayed COVID free through this whole time, and I've traveled places. I've traveled a few places. I think I went to Miami, and I went to, where else did I go? I went somewhere else, and I went to New York, and I went to Seattle. Those were both business trips, but nonetheless, I came back COVID free, and I haven't really even been sick this year, like not even on a regular common cold or flu stuff. So that's been positive. Second part, my business, my main business, which is a marketing agency, is called Uno Marketing. Because of the fact that so many people are taking the money that they would have spent to promote their front doors and shifting it to promoting their websites, that has bolstered my business infinitely. I've probably had the best year as far as the marketing agency than I've almost ever had. Everybody is now trying to reinforce their business with a strong digital approach, and it's helping over here. I can't say that I did anything to make this happen. I've been in the marketing world for about 12 years now, so it's not like this was like a choice or something like that in regard to pivoting from the pandemic. Just happened to be in the right place at the right time, and I can't even front. That feels pretty good. Third, music. So I dropped a few singles. I think I dropped Restless, I dropped Shooters, and I dropped Nostalgia this year. You guys will probably know Nostalgia because that was the intro music to the old TNN show. And then I dropped Park the Whip with EQ. We're part of a group called The Combine, and that kind of led us to going to New York and shooting that video. We did K-Slade while we were out there, which is on Shade 45. We had our record on Shade 45 playing every week, I think for like 16 consistent weeks. We did an interview with the LA Leakers, which you can see on this channel. And as well, we dropped an LA Leakers mixtape, which you can pick up on Dat Piff. And I think I'll even put in the description here. So that was good. We had different plans for the single and different plans for the album in general. We kind of imagined the world being open and us being able to go out and support these records with touring and doing shows. But obviously that's not happening. So we did the best with what we had, and I'm proud of what we've accomplished so far. And then new business ventures, right? I'm kind of cut from the cloth where I don't accept no for an answer, even if it comes from a worldwide pandemic. I can really care less about somebody telling me that the conventional way or the way that I was planning on going, isn't going to work. I'm very resourceful, and I kind of enjoy creating new things and pivoting. So there's been a few things within a few new business ventures that I've been doing that we've had to pivot strategy because the strategy was originally tied to retail and now it needs to be tied to digital. And so that's been cool to kind of dig deep and figure out how you're going to make shit work despite it looking like it may not work. And so I think with a few different ventures that I've been working on, I've found out a way to kind of make these businesses more COVID proof and to kind of utilize some of my core competencies in the digital space to be able to pivot and kind of reframe these businesses. So more to come on that. I will let you guys know names and websites and all that stuff when they're up, but these things will be launching in 2021. So that's my personal 2020 recap. I wanted to give you guys yin and yang, cold and hot, good and bad, because I think that life is a beautiful balance and a beautiful duality. And, you got to show the good and you got to show the bad. So I showed you guys the good and the bad. Hit me in the comments. You ain't got to do 5, but at least do 1 and 1. Like do one good thing that happened to you this year and one bad thing that happened to you this year. And I just love to know what you guys are going through as I'm sharing with you guys what I'm going through. So that's LabTalk episode 21, 21. I really appreciate you guys tuning in, the comments, the likes, the subscriptions. And if you haven't subscribed, I urge you to go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when these episodes drop. And like the video, man. You know what I mean? Like the video. And more important than any of that shit, any of it, share the videos. I'm trying to build this into a cool little platform where I can even start bringing guests on and doing some cool shit. So please share the video. I want to double down again on the last episode, me letting you guys know that there will be a long form interview coming pretty soon. So want to let you guys know that. And then as well, I'm going to start DJing on my channel. I finally got my new DJ table. I'm working out angles and shit like that now, how it can be delivered to you guys in the best way. But just know I'm working on that so I can start bringing you guys some music. And I think after I get the DJ shit going and, get it looking and sounding the way that I want it to, then I think I'm going to start doing lives with you guys where we can do like live Q&A/DJ and just kind of party and have fun together. So that's what's coming for LabTalk in 2021. But this is my 2020 recap. We only got, 5-6 days left. So for y'all that were wishing that 2020 couldn't end any sooner, we're right around the corner. LabTalk episode 21. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Got a clique full of shooters.